Ladies and gents, I am the one and only DJ Storms. I would like to welcome each and every single one of you back here to the channel on youtube.com. It is, of course, Sunday, January 30th, 2022. Welcome to the official rewind for the WWE Royal Rumble 2022 pay-per-view. I'm sorry, I mean premium live event, as if anyone fucking talks like that. But nevertheless, we are here to review the Royal Rumble for this year. And of course, I am not alone. I am pleased to welcome back my man who is also a lifelong wrestling fan, and he is the creator of his own YouTube channel. He's got a big following, coming to us live from Brooklyn, New York. Please help me welcome Mr. Indigo Uchiha. How you doing, brother?
What's up, bro? Thank you again for coming back on the channel. I'm excited to do this with you once again. We're going to shit on the E as we do best.
Let me tell you something, dude. I don't really have too much energy in me to yell and scream. I really don't. I really don't. If I could describe my feeling to you right now, it would be frustration. I am just beyond frustrated with everything that we've seen. I wasn't really expecting a blowaway show, but usually when the build has been lackluster, WWE usually delivers a semi-decent show. That wasn't the case. What we were subjected to was, without a shadow of a doubt, one of the worst Royal Rumble events that they've ever put on. Top three worst Royal Rumble shows of all time. And it's become very apparent, and I sound like a broken record. Same thing with you. Like, we sound like broken records whenever we talk about the problems with the WWE and what their main issue is. It all goes back to the same thing. It all goes back to failing to embrace the future, failing to create new stars, always relying on the past. And it has become so blatant that I'm surprised that anyone, even if it's the minority of people, I'm surprised that anyone even blatantly goes out there and defends WWE. And I've had people say to me, oh, well, they got to sell all of these tickets. They got to sell the big events. They got to sell out the stadiums. Meanwhile, they're ignoring the fact that WWE is perfectly capable of creating new stars that are on the level of the main stars that they already have. Like, are you trying to tell me that WWE can't create someone that's on the level of a Brock Lesnar or a Roman Reigns or a Ronda Rousey? You're telling me that you can't bring a Damian Priest, an AJ Styles, a Bianca Belair, a Liv Morgan, a Kevin Owens, Chad Gable, Ricochet? You can't bring all of these individuals up to the level of a Ronda Rousey or a Brock Lesnar? If you're trying to tell me that it's impossible, then you clearly don't know shit about professional wrestling. It has become very, very frustrating, and I have been watching wrestling since I was 9 years old. I've been watching wrestling for almost 14 years, man. More than half of my life, actually. More than half of my life, I have been watching professional wrestling and WWE. I started out with WWE, and I cannot even tell you how frustrated and how heartbroken I really am. I'm just flat out heartbroken that it has come to this. Really, I am. And I don't even know. I don't even know where to begin. And truth be told, dude, I've given up. This company's never going to get better. This company is never going to get better. The only way that they will create new stars, and I don't want it to come to this, but the only way that they will create new stars is if the people like Ronda, Brock, Rollins, Roman, Charlotte, Becky, and Goldberg, until all of those individuals are literally crippled and in wheelchairs. I don't want it to come to that, but that is the only way that this company will even attempt to create a new star and get rid of the old guard. Until the old guard is pretty much dead or they're crippled, it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. And no wonder why the ratings for both Raw and SmackDown have dipped to the lowest that they've ever been at. And they're going to continue to get worse, dude. They're going to continue to get worse. And people wonder why AEW's been able to remain consistent. And they're going to grow their audience too. Just wait another 10, 15 years. Just wait another 10, 15 years. It is so fucking frustrating, man. I cannot even begin to tell you how bad this show was. Every single match, there was something wrong with it. Every chance that WWE got to fuck something up about a match, they fucked it up. And they gave us absolutely one of the top 3 worst Royal Rumble matches of all time. And worst Royal Rumble shows of all time as well. I really don't have much to say. Truth be told, dude, I don't even want to be here. And if it wasn't for the fact that I have people that have come to me and told me, dude, I don't watch WWE anymore. You're my source. You are my source for everything WWE related. There's even point in times where I wish I could quit this brand. WWE has just made me so ashamed to be a pro wrestling fan that I just want to quit this brand. It is unbelievable, man. I just feel so let down every single time. They let me down as a fan. And I'm pretty sure you feel the same way.
Oh hell yeah. I did my own review last night, right after the show. I kept it honest, as I always do when it comes to this. Before I say anything, I just want your audience, bro, to know that this is the start of the Disney era. If you guys don't know, WWE signed some type of relationship with Disney. You know, I knew this was coming. You know, when they took Triple H out of power, I knew it. I said either Disney or somebody else of that type of caliber will come in. So this is just the start, man. You know, bro. You said 14 years, right? You've been a fan of pro
Almost
wrestling.
14 years. Almost
Almost.
14 years.
So that's like 07, 08.
Oh, wait.
You know, back then, you know, WWE had their problems back then. You know, at that time, but it wasn't as bad as it is now. I started watching this. I remember my first ever like. I'm not forgetting it. It was WWF Raw. It was Taker and Brett in the ring. I never looked back. Those were the days. But now it's like they, you know, this show. You know what this show really told me, bro? Like they keep bringing in people, you know, that hasn't wrestled. Yeah, I'm talking about the women's match right now because we gonna talk about that for real.
Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about that. Trust me on that. We're going to talk about that.
You just see so much people that hasn't been doing this in like at least a decade, the most, and they just shoved off everybody that's current right now. You know, they could have brought in some NXT people, honestly, but they didn't want to do that. And this was the worst Rumble that I ever seen since 2015. Before
Oh, my
that, it
God.
was 2012,
Yeah. That will
2012
always be number
Rumble.
one as the worst. 2015 will always be the worst of all time. But it has to be a close number 2 or 3.
Yeah, 2 or 3, because 2012 was bad too.
2012 wasn't even that bad. He's walking away now. He doesn't even want to do this review, bro. He doesn't even want to do this review, but 2012, I don't even think was that bad. I don't even think 2012 was that bad. 2012 was actually booked fairly decently, even with the limited amount of talent that they had, if you think about it. He just completely walked away, man. He just completely walked away. I can just imagine. Well, he's doing his own shit. Well, he's doing his own shit. I don't even blame him for walking away with this shit show. Well, he's doing his own shit. I would like everybody to do me a favor before we get into the review. Please make sure you follow me on social media, Instagram, the DJ_Storms. And of course, add me on Facebook for collaborations and business inquiries. What's going on over here? He just left. I think we just lost him. Did we lose him? What's going on? Did we just lose him? Did we lose him? The connection run out? Give me a minute. What's going on? Did the connection go out? Hold on. There we go. We're back.
Sorry, bro. My laptop was about to die. That's why I got up.
No. You good, bro. But as I was saying, before we get into the review, and we're gonna talk about everything, we're gonna dissect everything. Please make sure you follow me on Instagram at @TheDJ_Storms. Add me on Facebook for collaborations and business inquiries. Please send me an email at StormsTakeOver@gmail.com. Like the official DJ Storms business page. I may just send you an invite to join the official DJ Storms Posse group on Facebook. Please make sure you hit the like button when you come on in and share out the stream on all platforms of social media: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, Pinterest, Tumblr, whatever social media platforms that you might use. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the notifications bell with a huge coup de grace. That way you will know whenever I am live on youtube.com. Indigo, before we get into the review, where can we find you on social media? Can you hear me? What's going on? Is he freezing up now? What's going on over here? Is he freezing up? Yo, Indigo. What is going on over here? What is going on over here? Yo, Indigo, are you there? What is going on? Hang on a minute. There we go. Let's try this again. Is he in? Are you there?
Yeah, bro. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you. I can hear you just fine. What was I going to say? What's going on there? The connection's a little wonky.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my shit. I'm good now. It says.
All right. We'll work through that. But let me ask you this: where can we find you on social media before we get into the review?
Find me on Twitter at Indigo Uchiha. Instagram, same thing. My YouTube, same thing. This was my best month on my channel. My channel is diverse, man. I don't just talk about AEW and WWE. So if you guys want to come through and hear my thoughts on GCW, New Japan, Stardom, etc., I got y'all. So check me out. And I did my own Rumble review last night. I killed it. One of my best reviews I ever did on the channel. And I'm here with DJ. We gonna shit on this show.
Wait. Are you talking about? Is it diverse enough for Big Swole though? Is it diverse enough for Big Swole though? I'm just checking.
I think Big Swole would love my channel if I say so myself.
I hope so because apparently AEW is not diverse enough for her. Anyway, we're gonna get right.
I don't know about Leo Rush though. He might leave. you know Leo
To be
Rush.
quite honest with you, he fucked himself over with what he did. Holy shit!
Yeah, he did.
But thank you for everyone for joining. Adam, Carl, DD, Rob Wells Jr., and I think Jesse is in the chat. Psycho Dad Jesse. Haven't really heard from him in a while. He pops in occasionally. Royal Rumble 2022. Like we said in the beginning, before we had the tech issues, absolutely one of the worst Royal Rumbles that WWE's ever put on. And it actually sucks, dude, because, the show started off on the right foot. I was actually excited from the first match. That was actually a really good start to the show. The show started off with Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins for the WWE Universal Championship. Now, Rollins Rollins, and the story that they've been playing with Rollins is the fact that he is reminding Roman of what happened with the Shield and how he was always carrying him in his Shield days and how he took a chair to Roman Reigns' back and turned on him. Rollins, like the fucking evil genius that he is, this was fucking awesome. Rollins comes out to the Shield's original theme music wearing the Shield tactical vest and suit. And he came out through the crowd and did his Shield entrance through the crowd. I don't know about you, but dude, that was fucking amazing.
That was awesome. Amazing. That was the second best part of the show, if you ask me. We're gonna talk about the first best part in a second.
This was actually worthy of a WrestleMania style entrance.
It was
WrestleMania
definitely
style entrance, absolutely. So Rollins, he came out with this awesome Shield entrance, fucking amazing. So Rollins was in control early, and Rollins did not lighten up on Roman Reigns. Roman was actually on the defense for the majority of this match. Rollins with 2 suicide dives. He then took Roman and he powerbombed him, Shield style, through the announce table. That looked awesome. Rollins then put him back in the ring, hit the frog splash. That got a 2. Rollins with a buckle bomb and a stomp. And I swear to God, I thought he did it. Roman kicked out.
Yeah.
That was a great near fall.
Amazing.
So the match continued. Roman came back with a nice power bomb. That got a 2. Rollins then started laughing in Roman's face. And I love the story that they were telling here. He started laughing in Roman's face. Rollins then locked in the triangle. Roman power bombed out of it. Roman then took over. He hit a spear on the floor. Back in the ring. Rollins reversed the spear into the pedigree, shades of Money in the Bank 2016. Then, back in the ring, Roman kicked out. Rollins then set up Roman for the stomp. Roman stopped it. Roman with another spear. Rollins continued to laugh in Roman's face. He put out the Shield fist. Roman Reigns locked in the guillotine, and this is where everything just went to shit.
Yeah.
This is where everything just went to shit. I don't know what they were doing, but the referee legitimately put Rollins' hand on the fucking rope. I'm not sure what they were going for, if he was just trying to slap Rollins to consciousness. I don't know what they were doing, dude. I really don't know what this was. So Rollins was literally in a dead position, and his hand was placed on the ropes. Roman didn't relinquish the hold. Roman then, he got himself intentionally disqualified. The crowd was chanting Roman sucks, very reminiscent of when he was a babyface. Roman then went to the outside, took a steel chair, and he beat down Rollins with it, as Rollins won via DQ, and Roman Reigns left holding the championship over his shoulder and his finger to the sky. This was a great match, probably the best thing on the show, but holy shit, dude. What a terrible fucking ending to what could have been a match of the year candidate. It was actually shaping up to be. If they would have gone another 10, 15 minutes, it probably would have been one of the best matches of the fucking year.
Yeah.
And that ending absolutely fucking killed everything that Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins did. I actually feel bad for them that they were subjected to that. And here's what I don't understand. Listen, I understand that you're trying to get Rollins another match at the Elimination Chamber and have Roman Reigns coast through the rest of WrestleMania season until he gets to Lesnar. I get it. But at the same point in time, dude, how many times have we seen challengers lose championship matches clean and then somehow get another title match again? That's what happened with Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan lost to Becky Lynch on Raw, and then she got another match at day 1. You're telling me you couldn't have just done that? I would have been okay with that. Just don't give me a DQ finish. DQ finishes in championship matches on pay-per-views, especially a major pay-per-view like this, they need to die a million deaths. There should be no such thing as DQ finishes in world title matches or any title matches on pay-per-views? How many times have we seen AEW and them book a DQ finish in a championship match on a pay-per-view? Zero. I don't understand why everyone in WWE needs to go back to the same formulaic route over and over and over again. A DQ finish should not have taken place. Rollins should have put on a great match, and Roman should have won clean, hands fucking down. If you wanted to do another match, just have Adam Pearce say, we'll give him another match. And, didn't this happen a few years ago with AJ Styles? AJ Styles and Roman Reigns, they fought for the WWE title at Payback 2016, right? And then, literally 2 minutes after that match was over, Shane McMahon was like, well, I think AJ Styles deserves another match. Let's do a rematch in 3 weeks at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. And it was booked. I don't get it. Now you have to do a DQ finish? Everything was perfect with this match. Everything was flowing so well. This match was fucking awesome, and they killed it. They killed every bit of fucking momentum, every bit of interest, every bit of potential that this match had because of a shit DQ finish. That shit needs to die. Now what? We're going to get another match, and that's when Roman is going to beat Rollins clean? Meanwhile, you could have done it here. And let me tell you something. I don't advocate for this, but I would have been okay with Rollins losing clean, and then that being the end of that, and then Roman moving on to someone else, even if it is Bill Goldberg, because we all know Goldberg's not winning the championship. So Goldberg could have been retired by Roman, and Roman beats Goldberg, and then Lesnar moves on with Roman. You could have done that. I wouldn't have necessarily, quote-unquote, liked it, but I would have much rather preferred that than a fucking DQ finish. Stop doing the DQ finishes. End that shit. A terrible, terrible fucking ending to what could have been a match of the year candidate. You got anything to add?
What more can I add, bro? You basically said it all. I want to say this though. This is gonna be a trend throughout the show, guys. Just so y'all know. I really want to know who produced all these matches last night, because that finish made no sense. Like I said, bro, there's not much I can add to what you said already, but Roman should have beat Seth clean last night, right? Goldberg has one match left, right? Then he's done.
Yes.
They could have did the match in Saudi. They could have gave Goldberg that payday that he loves, right? That's why he goes out there. And Roman has nobody right now to feud with for the chamber. Could have did Seth clean last night. They did the Goldberg one and done in Saudi. That's it. They moved on to Mania for Brock, but they ain't do that.
I have this very bad feeling, dude. Listen, I know we don't want to see Goldberg at all, but I would much rather see Goldberg at the Saudi show, because those shows, listen, the last show for Crown Jewel, that was a great show, but the show ultimately meant nothing. It was a great show, but it really meant nothing. That's why I don't necessarily, quote-unquote, mind seeing Goldberg at these shows, because, again, it means nothing. So I would have much rather have seen Goldberg at the Elimination Chamber, but something, I don't know what, dude, something tells me that we're going to get Goldberg and Roman at SummerSlam this year, because WWE needs to drag out Roman as much as possible, because you have The Rock next year. I'm actually concerned. I'm concerned that they're actually going to have Lesnar win the title from Roman. I'm very concerned.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it, bro. Shit, yeah. I assume Roman's going to beat Seth clean in Saudi. That's how I'm thinking about this. And if you guys didn't watch the pay-per-view and you just want to, if there's something that you guys want to watch back, I would recommend watching Seth and Roman. Outside of the finish, the match was really great.
I really do hope that we actually get a standout match in Saudi Arabia. I think we will. If they play their cards right, the last show in Saudi Arabia, Crown Jewel was awesome. Crown Jewel was perhaps the second best show of 2021. That show, ironically, was actually the last WWE show where I can actually sit down and say, wow, that was a great fucking show. That was the last show that I can actually sit down and say that was a great fucking show. So if they play their cards right, maybe we could end up looking at a semi-decent Elimination Chamber. You got Roman and Rollins. Then you'll probably get a Women's Chamber and a Men's Chamber. And then we'll probably get RK Bro and the Alpha Academy one last time. Maybe we see Shinsuke Nakamura and Sami Zayn if they decide to go that route. I'm not sure. But they have the potential to give us a semi-decent show. We'll see if it happens. But the last crowd that we had in Saudi Arabia was awesome. Now, from there, we went into the Women's Royal Rumble match. Number one was Indigo's girl, Sasha Banks. Number 2 was Melina. Melina actually looked very good. She looked to be in shape. She did not lose her hair. So Melina did not look bad. But Sasha eliminated Melina in about a minute. Number 3 was Tamina. Sasha went right on the attack. Meteor off the apron. Number 4 was Kelly. Tamina was completely out of place. Yeah, by the way, Tamina, like I said, Tamina was out of place. Sasha was going for a dive off of the middle rope, and Tamina didn't even see her. She just turned right around, and Sasha had to get down. Tamina's fucking terrible, I'm telling you. So, Tamina sucks dick. Sasha then eliminated Kelly. Sasha eliminated Kelly. Number 5 was Aaliyah. Number 6 was Liv Morgan. Number 7 was Zelina Vega. Number 8 was Bianca Belair. Somewhere in the chaos, my stream was having fucking trouble. Somewhere in the chaos, Queen Zelina, the Zellout Zelina Vega, eliminated Sasha Banks. And I was contemplating how to even attack this. I don't even know how to even address this. I was legitimately thinking of 2015 Royal Rumble 7 years ago when we had Roman Reigns in the Rumble and Daniel Bryan was literally eliminated in less than 10 minutes. And Daniel Bryan was taken out of the Royal Rumble before Roman came in. Honest to God, this reminded me of that. And I had people saying, oh, well, maybe Sasha's still hurt. If
she was still hurt, they wouldn't have put her in the match.
Well, that's the thing. First off, if Sasha Banks was still mildly hurt, then she shouldn't have been in the Royal Rumble. If Sasha Banks wasn't going to last up until the Final Four, then she shouldn't have been in the Royal Rumble. If Sasha Banks was going to be eliminated by Zelina Vega, she shouldn't have been in the Royal Rumble. If Sasha Banks was not going to win the Royal Rumble, then she shouldn't have been in the Royal Rumble. Sasha was your winner. There was no one else. There was nobody else that would have made more sense than Sasha Banks, because above all else, Sasha Banks is due for a WrestleMania win. And yes, I understand that we would be getting the same shit over and over again with Sasha and Charlotte, because that feud in 2016 was god fucking awful. But at the same point in time, at least you could tell the story of Sasha Banks and Charlotte Flair, and Charlotte saying, hey, you never beat me when it really matters. You could never get the job done. I always came back and beat you, and you've never gotten a WrestleMania win. You could have played up that story, but they didn't. If Sasha was not going to win the Rumble, if Sasha was not going to win it all, she should not have been there. And to be quite honest with you, dude, the one thing that I was thinking about, they took Sasha out on purpose because they knew that if Sasha came down to the Final Four with Ronda in there, when Ronda came out, they would have booed the shit out of Ronda, just like they booed Roman Reigns at the 2015 Royal Rumble. That's what was on my mind throughout that entire sequence when Sasha was eliminated by Vega. How about you?
Oh, you know what I'm about to say, bro. What did I be? First of all, let's discuss how great she looked last night, man.
Yes, yes.
That's one of my favorite gears by Sasha Banks. If you guys want to know my favorite gear before last night, it was her baby blue gear. You feel me? That's one of my favorite colors, by the way. Let me stop. Bro, you know my thoughts. We was texting. You texted me when it happened.
We were messaging on Instagram when this happened. And I was, the moment that Sasha was eliminated, and I found out that she was eliminated because my stream was glitching. The moment I found out she was eliminated, the first thing that popped into my mind was Indigo's going to be pissed. That's the first
Bro,
thing that popped into my mind.
you want to know my honest thoughts before all this happened? I said Sasha Banks was going to be the Iron Woman of this match. I'm pretty sure a lot of people thought the same thing. You know, she came out as number. I'm gonna say this about AJ Styles when we get there too. I thought she was gonna be the Iron Woman of the match. This fucking sellout, man. Of all people, man. Of all people, sellout Vega. And another thing I want to mention. Remember the first ever Women's Rumble? Cause Sasha was in there too. You know, you remember that Rumble, bro? She didn't last. She wasn't in that final four shit.
She lasted about 50 minutes, though, I believe. The
Yeah,
first
she
Rumble,
did.
she lasted like 50 minutes.
Yeah, she holds the record. I think Bianca is second now after
Yes,
last night.
yes.
Um, Ronda came in. We know the stardom that she still has left. It gave me deja vu to last night because the same thing happened. They got Sasha out of there because they knew that if Sasha and Ronda was in the ring at the same time, we all knew what the fans would want. Now the fight, it was Charlotte and Ronda, right? The final two last night.
It was
What
Charlotte
if
and Ronda, yes.
Sasha was in there? We all knew that we all would want Sasha to win because she's Grand Slam Banks at this point. She hasn't won the Rumble. She hasn't won the Rumble and Money in the Bank. I think that's all that's left
Yes,
for her.
yes.
Um,
Oscar's done everything. Oscar's done it all, except win the NXT UK women's title.
oh yeah, but that's a dead brand, bro. They don't care about NXT UK.
It's actually probably the best brand that WWE has. I watch it on a consistent basis, but
It is.
the problem is that it's not heavily promoted.
It's not. It used to be when Triple H was still in charge for obvious reasons, but now you barely get a commercial, from them.
NXT Takeover Cardiff, NXT UK Takeover Cardiff. Holy shit, that was probably one of the best shows of 2019.
Yeah,
What a show that was.
and bro, like I said, she hasn't won the Rumble, Money in the Bank, and like you mentioned, she hasn't caught a W yet at WrestleMania. That's all she has left to accomplish. And you said this in the beginning, Ronda, we're gonna see it in the next few months. Ronda's gonna come in. The focus is gonna be on Ronda and Charlotte. I assume that's where they want to go with because Fox wants her. They they've been fiending for her since she came in the E. And Becky, that's all WWE gonna focus on. They're not gonna focus on Sasha. I had Sasha to win the chamber, but I don't think that's happening no more.
It's going to depend. It really depends on who Ronda chooses. Realistically, a match with Becky makes more sense. And we'll talk about that. We'll talk about
We'll
Ronda
talk
and
about
why
that.
it's a terrible, terrible move to have Ronda win the Rumble. So, moving on.
But they did
Fuck,
Sasha Banks dirty last night.
yeah,
I was so
fuck
pissed, bro.
WWE.
That threw off the rest of the show for me. Like when that
Oh, yeah,
happened.
the air was sucked out of that arena. The air was absolutely sucked out of that arena. That Rumble was over until Ronda came out. So, Zelina Vega eliminated Sasha Banks. Fuck WWE for eliminating Sasha Banks. Number 9 was Dana Brooke and Reggie. At this point, I'm just waiting for the fucking porno with Reggie and Dana Brooke. Number 10 was Michelle McCool. Reggie saved Brooke from getting eliminated once. Michelle McCool, who still looked good, she had a faith breaker on Vega. McCool then eliminated Dana Brooke. Number 11 was Sonya Deville. And this was fucking retarded. This was fucking retarded. So Zelina Vega and everyone else, and Michelle McCool, and who else was in there? Leah and Bianca Belair, they were brawling. So Deville comes out wearing her jacket. She goes over and she walks over to commentary and she goes, well, yeah, I still have the jacket on, so I am a WWE official. I'll get in when I want to. I'm a WWE official when I have the jacket on. As if when she has the jacket on, it's some sort of fucking immunity. What is this utter retard? What the fuck is this? What is this, dude? What are they doing? Are the people in WWE really that stupid to think that we're that stupid? Oh, well, considering that she has the jacket on, she's still an official. Who the fuck cares if you have the jacket on? You're competing in the Women's Royal Rumble. Get in there and fucking wrestle. I swear to God, dude, this current character that Sonya Deville is playing, she's great in the ring. And that match with Naomi on SmackDown was great. But, dude, holy shit, dude. This character that Sonya Deville is playing absolutely sucks. It sucks, dude. I don't understand why they're even continuing this feud. We haven't even gotten a reason as to why Sonya Deville is picking on Naomi to begin with. Absolutely fucking stupid. Fucking stupid by Sonya Deville. So, from there, Sonya Deville did not get into the Rumble because, I had the jacket on. I'm still an official. Fucking retarded. So, number 12 ended up being Natalya. Number 13 was Cameron. The best thing that Cameron did was shake her ass in her entrance. So, Sonya Deville came in. This was actually good. She actually attacked Cameron, and she sent Cameron over the top rope because she's friends with Naomi. That was actually the best part about the entire Women's Royal Rumble. That was actually nice storytelling. Naomi was number 14. She eliminated Sonya Deville. Carmella was 15. Naomi and Carmella, I believe, went at it for a little bit after Carmella put her mask on, her bedazzled cane mask. Rhea Ripley then came out. This is my brutality. Whatever the fuck it is. 17 was everybody's favorite. Everyone's favorite women's wrestler in this chat. Charlotte Flair was number 17. Man, I can hear everyone in the chat jumping for joy that Charlotte Flair came out at number 17. So she eliminated Aaliyah. Sonya, who was already eliminated, she eliminated Naomi, and their feud continues. I don't even care at this rate. They've run this feud into the ground. They've run it into the ground. I don't care. 18 was Ivory. Ivory, who looks great, by the way. Ivory,
amazing,
phenomenal at 6.
I used to watch this during the Attitude Era. I was like, yo, you would have thought this was the Attitude Era when she came out.
Let me tell you something. I don't know about you, but I watched some classic Right to Censor material. I don't know about you, but I thought that Right to Censor was awesome. I don't know about you.
They were one of my favorites growing up.
Right to Censor was great.
It was them at APA. I loved APA too.
I remember, who was it? Val Venus was in there. Stevie Richards was in there. The Godfather was in there. Right to Censor was awesome. I don't know about you. Right to Censor was great.
Bray Wyatt's pops.
So Ivory comes out. She's like, nothing has changed. It's hard for me to look at you girls. Man, she ain't fucking kidding. Nothing has changed. You're telling me. So
It's hard
Ripley
to look at
eliminated
Charlotte
her.
Flair.
Yeah, Ripley eliminated her. 19 was Botch Mode. Brie Bella.
I
Botch
fucking hate
Mode.
that theme song, bro.
Oh my God.
You don't hate that theme song? Every time I hear that shit, I'm like,
Kill me, dude. Kill
watch mode.
me. Botch Mode. So Brie Bella came out number 19. 20. 20 was Mickie James.
Sellout James.
And I know that
Sellout James.
Jesse was Jesse in the chat was asking me about Hardcore Country, whatever it was. She came out with the Impact Women's World Title, and this appearance meant nothing. This appearance meant nothing. You know what I like to call Mickie James? She's not Hardcore Country. She's a hardcore sellout. That's who she is.
For all you Impact geeks out there, what did Mickie James accomplish for y'all last night? I really want to know.
Nothing. Hardcore sellout. That's Mickie James.
Impact sucks,
People are actually
man.
supporting this bitch. Hardcore sellout. That's her new theme song. Every single time we talk about Mickie James, everyone's gonna collectively say hardcore sellout. Every time.
Her and Zelina Vega, they had a nice conversation of how they sold out.
They had a nice conversation about how loaded their bank accounts are, even though they are both losers.
And sellouts.
And ain't it funny? Ain't it funny? So, hardcore sellout, number 20. James took out Michelle Mccool, playing up to their history. 21 was Alicia Fox, the drunk Alicia Fox, Alicia Drunk.
Cameron's GOAT, one of Cameron's GOATs.
There you go, yeah.
If
But
you
one of
remember that.
Cameron's favorite wrestlers, Alicia Drunk.
Her other favorite wrestler got eliminated by my girl.
Oh my God, yeah. And how sad is it that Cameron did not get to see her two favorite wrestlers compete in what was the greatest women's match ever? What a shame. What a shame. So,
bro, I'm sorry, bro, but I'm never forgetting Stone Cold's face when she said that.
oh my dude, it is one of the greatest memes in Twitter history when it comes to pro wrestling. That was fucking priceless. So, from there, we go to Nikki Trash. Nikki came up from behind Rhea, tried to eliminate her. It didn't work. Nikki ran off. Charlotte then took out Rhea Ripley. 23 was Summer Rae. Summer Rae still looks good for 39 years old. I will say that. She's went after Natty. Though. She went after Natty. She slapped Natty. She had a leg lariat on Rhea. She was eliminated by Natty. 24 was Nikki Bella, one half of one of the worst matches of 2018 with Ronda Rousey. She eliminated Alicia Fox. 25 was Sarah Logan. She had a moment with Liv Morgan, and the Bella twins then stopped it. They eliminated Morgan and Logan. How pathetic. It goes to show you, it really does go to show you what WWE thinks of everyone. Zelina Vega eliminates Sasha. Then we had Liv Morgan eliminated by the fucking Bella twins. And yet they wonder why no one is over in the way that they want them to be over. The past embarrasses the future. Fucking disgusting. A piss poor excuse for a women's wrestler beat Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan. They eliminated Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan. Fucking pathetic. 26 was Lita. Lita hit a DDT on Mickie James, and the hardcore sellout was gone. Lita and Charlotte, they had a back and forth. 27 was Mighty Molly. She was attacked by Nikki Trash, Nikki Ass Cheeks. She was sent into the steps, back into the ring, sent to the floor. 28 was Ronda Rousey, and there it is. I knew from the moment that she came out that she was going to win. 29 was Shotzi Blackheart, and number 30 was Shayna Baszler. Man, how pathetic is it that Shayna Baszler got number 30 twice in the last 3 years, and she failed to win the Rumble both times, dude. She failed to win the Royal Rumble both times from the number 30 position. So from there, we had a moment with Baszler and Rousey, which was awesome. Ronda then took out Shotzi. Natalya was taken out. Natalya got back into the ring, and Ronda took her out again. Lita with a terrible-looking twist of fate on Charlotte Flair. Charlotte sold it terribly. Charlotte then took out Lita. Flair took out Rhea with the boot. Ronda watched as Charlotte eliminated Bianca and Sonya. Fucking predictable as shit. We had Ronda eliminating Charlotte to win it like that. And Ronda Rousey is going to WrestleMania. Dude, this was not good at all. Not good at all. This was probably one of the worst, if not the worst, Royal Rumble for the women in the history of the Women's Royal Rumble. And it just further exposed the WWE. This match exposed WWE like I've never exposed them before. Same thing with the Men's Royal Rumble. How is it that you have all of this future talent and you just let it waste away? You let it get embarrassed by people who have already had their day and people who shouldn't even be in the fucking Royal Rumble, shouldn't even be in a fucking wrestling ring. Ronda does more harm than good. Ronda Rousey, I heard that she signed a 1-year deal. This only further proves to everyone what I've been saying for years. WWE never creates new stars, and they rely on the same fucking people. And to be quite honest with you, no matter who she chooses, it's a lose-lose situation. The match with Becky, 3 years too late. 3 years too late. And if she beats Becky, what the fuck is that going to do for Ronda? Ronda's already a made woman. If Becky beats Ronda, she's already a made woman. What's it going to do for her? You should have done it at WrestleMania 35, but no, you had to pigeonhole Charlotte in there because Charlotte, the spoiled brat, the spoiled Barbie doll known as Charlotte Flair, needs to get her WrestleMania match. She needs a pat on the back. So it's 3 years too late, number one. It will do nothing for either woman, whoever wins. Two, if she chooses Charlotte, it's the same shit. It's the same shit. Charlotte wins, won't do anything. She's already a made woman. Ronda wins, she's already a made woman. It won't do anything. Now, if we would have done something like a Ronda Rousey versus a Bianca Belair, or a Ronda Rousey versus an Asuka, or a Ronda Rousey versus someone along those lines, a Rhea Ripley, a Shayna Baszler, that would be a great match, and that would do well, because if Ronda puts one of those women over, those women would be made into superstars. What's it going to do for Becky if she wins? What's it going to do for Charlotte if she wins? It will do nothing. And to be quite honest with you, this shit right here, this is just only going to expose WWE further when you have Ronda on both shows teasing who she's going to face. Charlotte, Becky. And they're doing it specifically for ratings. And get this, they're not going to peak over a 2 million. The only time that they're going to peak over a 2 million is either tomorrow for the Rumble after Raw or the Raw after WrestleMania. Those are the only two times where WWE is even going to have a chance of peaking 2 million viewers. Outside of that, WWE is never going to peak 2 million viewers. And if they do, I'd be shocked. This was a terrible fucking Rumble. Sasha, Bianca, Liv Morgan, Naomi, all treated like shit. And it goes to show you, like I said at the beginning, WWE is never going to push anyone. They will push no one into a prime position. No one that we want. No one that is going to be made into a new star unless the old guard is literally dead and buried or they're crippled and in wheelchairs. And it's fucking sad. Ronda Rousey winning the Royal Rumble is a terrible decision. She didn't need it. She's already a made woman, and it further exposes WWE for pushing women's wrestling only when they deem fit because Ronda's there, and Ronda, whenever Vince looks at her, all he sees is dollar signs. That's it. They push women's wrestling because Vince thinks he can make a quick buck off of it because Ronda's now there. It's the same shit that he did back in 2018 when Ronda first came to the WWE. Awful. Absolutely awful. What else you got for me?
You know, when Sasha got eliminated, there was also something else that was going in my mind. The former Iconics, they have my utmost respect. They really turned this down. and I look at them differently now. You know, people like Kelly, Summer Rae, they ain't have to do this shit. They did this shit because it was an easy payday for them. They could have easily told Vince and them, no, I don't want to do it. It's taking up somebody's spot. For like a Raquel Gonzalez or Io Shirai, who should
No
have been in this
NXT.
match,
No NXT in this match. None.
or a Cora Jade or whoever else down there that they have, Mandy Rose. You know, they brought back people like Alicia Fox, the Bella Twins. Again, they only did this shit for a quick payday. They could have did what the Iconics did. They told these people, "Fuck yourselves." No, but like I said, bro, for you Impact geeks, what did this do for Impact with Sarah James being and shit?
Nothing.
Sasha Banks getting eliminated quickly. What was the point of having her in the match? Hey, you wanna know what the bullshit they did, bro? They did some bullshit video package for Sasha Banks. Like later on, and they thought I didn't notice that.
You see, they
You
think
remember?
they're sly. They think they're slick. They're not slick. They're fucking blatant.
You know what I'm talking about, bro? That video package they did for Sasha later on in the show.
Yeah.
He thought they were slick. And look, man, Ronda. I don't really care for Becky versus Ronda or Charlotte versus Ronda. It's too late now. Like you said, they should have did it later on 2019, but they didn't want to do it. And Ronda didn't look great in that match either. I know she just came back, but she didn't look that great to me.
Obviously, the
And
ring rust is there. The ring rust is absolutely there. She'll probably get better as time goes on. I'm not sure if they're going to have her compete. I mean, she's contracted until next year's WrestleMania, so we're probably going to get one of the other. We're probably going to get either Charlotte and Becky, one of those two versus Ronda this year, and then whichever one we don't get this year, we'll get next year.
yeah, bless you, bro. Yeah, either one is gonna happen because you know they're gonna build that LA show next year up big since The Rock is gonna come back. You know.
The thing is, what do you do? Do you do Ronda and Becky this year and then Charlotte and Ronda next year? Because again, if she's contracted to a year going into next year's WrestleMania, it's going to happen. One of the other two is going to happen.
Yeah, and again, for people like Bianca and Liv, they not gonna have a big role at WrestleMania this year. You know, because now Ronda is back. You know, the same as Oscar if she comes back, Bailey. You know, people like that, Sasha included in this, and you know we gonna see she she's not gonna be on TV every week. Like you guys should know that by now. She's gonna be she's gonna be like Brock Lesnar. She's gonna be, but it's going. Fox really wants her. She's gonna be on both shows to give that boost in ratings, which we know isn't gonna do much. And this was a terrible match, man. What the easily one of the worst Rumble matches I think I ever saw.
Again, this just further added to the frustration. It really did. From there we
And
went
Sa-
into
and
what?
like I said, Sasha getting eliminated, like that threw me off the rest of the show. I didn't really care like about anything else really.
So from there we go into Doudrop versus Becky Lynch. This was for the Raw Women's Championship. I'm not going to lie, dude. The wrestling in this match, it wasn't bad. This match wasn't a bad match. I was expecting much worse, but this match was not terrible at all. The problem is whatever could have gone wrong with this match did go wrong. The wrestling was not bad, but these are two heels. No one cares about two heels fighting. Number two, Becky is playing one of the worst heels, and she has one of the worst gimmicks in the industry right now. 3, Doudrop's name, she's a very good wrestler, but that name is a fucking career killer. Nobody's going to take her seriously with the name Doudrop. That's number 3. Number 4, WrestleMania sign caught on fire. Now, that really wasn't a major reason. That wasn't really a major reason, but the WrestleMania sign was on fire. That wasn't really a major reason, but you get the point. And then 5, Ronda already won the Rumble.
So that happened I didn't watch this match. I did. So that happened during that match, bro?
It did. It wasn't a bad match. It wasn't a bad match. Just nobody cared. And the 5th reason is because Ronda Rousey just won the Royal Rumble, and at the end of the fucking day, people already had Ronda and Becky on their minds. So it was very, very predictable. That was one of the biggest downsides to this entire show. It was very predictable, but in a bad way. Predictable isn't bad, but in this case, it was bad. The match wasn't terrible, though. I've seen much worse. It was not a bad wrestling match. But again, those 5 reasons combined, rolled up into one, it's a recipe for disaster. No one cared. Decent match, though. This match was actually probably one of the best overall matches. Even Roman and Rollins had a shit ending, but this match actually had a clean ending. Becky didn't even cheat. She didn't even cheat. So this match was probably the best overall match of the show. So Becky was being tossed around by Doudrop. She was using her power. We had a running senton. Doudrop then cannonballed herself into the barricade. It looked like it sucked for Doudrop. It did not look fun. Becky, with a missile drop kick for 2. It did not. I didn't really give a shit, but it wasn't bad. So from there, we had another running senton for 2. Powerbomb by Doudrop for a 2. Doudrop with a cannonball in the corner for a 2. Becky with a Molly go round for 2. Doudrop with some headbutts. Becky then draped Doudrop over the top, gave her a diving guillotine leg drop for a 2 count. Doudrop with a big ending for a 2. Becky from the top with a manhandle slam. And Becky retains the Raw Women's Championship. Not bad, but no one gave a shit for those 5 reasons that I named. And at the end of the day, this was nothing more than a bridge match for Becky Lynch to get through the Rumble, to get to WrestleMania and fight Ronda Rousey or Belair if Rousey chooses Charlotte. And that was pretty much it. I wouldn't be shocked if Doudrop is released after WrestleMania. Doudrop is a very good wrestler, but based on the name, I know for a fact WWE doesn't value her. And that was pretty much that. Do you have anything to say about the match?
No, I don't. I didn't watch this, bro. Like, I didn't watch this or the mixed tag. I got no thoughts on this.
Well, we will see what Becky has in her future, but I really don't have any faith that we will end up seeing Belair get that win over Becky. And even if she does, it's really not going to do anything because let's be real here. Let's be real. Belair is buried up to a point where it doesn't matter. It really does not matter if she ends up getting the win. It's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot more to help her recover from that 26-second loss at SummerSlam to Becky Lynch. It was.
People really said that Bianca was not buried that night at SummerSlam, bro. Where we all know that Becky buried her in 26 seconds.
Absolutely buried. Belair won the Rumble, won at WrestleMania, won her first Hell in a Cell match, but it takes 26 seconds and a weak-ass rock bottom to beat her. That's not buried. That's not buried, sure.
Mind you, Sasha Banks did all she can to put Bianca over last year. Like, Bianca did.
We still never got that match.
That's exactly, like, and people expect Becky to put, man, look what she did to Liv Morgan. Liv is buried as well. She man.
Dead.
Cringe time Bex. That's what I call her. That's what she is now. She's cringe. Every time I see her.
Big time.
No, Becky, I miss, bro.
Big time barf. That's how about that? She's the barf emoji.
You know the Becky that we miss? The Becky that got her face broken by Nia Botch. That's the Becky I miss.
Seriously. But the match itself was not terrible. That's what I will say. Wasn't terrible, but no one gave a shit. Bobby Lashley. Bobby who? Versus Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship. Dude, I'm telling you right now, this match brought me back to Styles and Nakamura from WrestleMania 38. I don't know who is producing these matches. I am not sure how this shit is brought past the man in charge, a.k.a. Vince McMahon, but dude, I cannot even begin to tell you how many times I've been so frustrated with these big-time matchups, and WWE has let us down. They've let us down. Styles and Nakamura, Roman and Lesnar, Lesnar and Lashley. So many matches like this. So many fucking matches like this, and at the end of it all, it ended up being probably the most disappointing match of the entire night. I don't understand how WWE can be proud of putting these two guys, these big stars, whatever it may be, whoever it may be, Lesnar, Lashley, Rollins, Styles, whatever stars you may have. I'm so flabbergasted that WWE takes these big stars, puts them in matches like these, and the matches end up being the most disappointing matches of the fucking year. This match legitimately had 4 moves in it. F5, Hurt Lock, Suplex, Spear. This match could have been so much more, and it ended up being probably one of the most boring matches that we will see all year. Way too methodical. They didn't even break out of the first gear. It's like WWE didn't even allow them to. It's like they didn't even allow them to. So, we had some German suplexes to start off the show, or the match specifically. Start off the match. Lashley was getting pissed. He hit a spear on Lesnar. The German suplexes actually looked brutal, I will say that. Lashley hit a spear.
Those were shoot.
Yes.
If you guys didn't know that. That's why Bobby was bleeding a little. Those were shoot.
So, Lashley, he hit 2 spears, which looked good. Then he hit a spear all the way across the outside floor. Lesnar dodged it, and Lashley went right through the barricade. Lesnar was then sent into the LED post. Back into the ring, Lesnar with Suplex City. Lesnar didn't give a shit. Lashley came back, locked in the Hurt Lock. It was in deep. Lesnar countered into the F5, and he accidentally took out the ref. No ref to make the cover. Roman Reigns, out of nowhere, spears Lesnar. He looks at Heyman, motions for Heyman, puts his hand out. Heyman gifts him the WWE Championship. Reigns smiles maniacally, and Reigns smashes Lesnar in the head with the championship. And Heyman left with Reigns. Lashley then covered Lesnar as a referee came to 1, 2, 3. Bobby Lashley is the new WWE Champion. Listen, the angle was executed very nice. The ending was executed very nicely. That I will say. The ending was executed very nicely, but dude, this entire situation, the build, the match, everything else minus the ending was a complete letdown. I don't understand who produces these matches and thinks that this is okay. Why is it that we need to see the same stereotypical shit with Brock Lesnar over and over and over again? The match with Roman at Crown Jewel was actually a good match. This match, they didn't even attempt to do anything different. Why is it that you constantly have to water something down that the fans want to see? It really goes to show you that this was nothing more than a big fuck you to the fans. Yeah, we'll give you Lesnar and Lashley, but it's going to be a watered down match, and the ending is only going to be the thing that we're talking about. Seriously, it is a spit in the face to everything that the fans look for in a pro wrestling match, and it's a spit in the face to not only Lesnar, not only Roman, but Lashley too. Lashley too. If there's one guy that I feel bad for the most, It's Lashley. He waited how long for this match? Ever since he came back to WWE, he waited almost 4 years for this match. And that's what you do? You know for a fact that regardless of whether or not Lashley is the WWE champion, Lashley's fucking disappointed. Lashley's absolutely disappointed after that. And I legitimately feel bad. I feel bad for Bobby Lashley. I really, really, really do. I feel bad that Bobby Lashley waited all that time for that match, and that's what they give us. A slow, boring, methodical match. It's like I was watching Lesnar and Goldberg from WrestleMania 20. It's like I was watching Hulk Hogan Ultimate Warrior from WrestleMania 6. What is with these matches? Enough with these stereotypical, boring, methodical big man matches. Let them go. Just let them go. And last thing here, the biggest question. I have one big question that is looming over my mind, and it's been looming over my mind ever since that ending happened. What was the point of taking the title off of Big E and putting it on Brock Lesnar? What was the point? Why exactly did Lesnar win the championship from Big E if you weren't going to have Lesnar take it into WrestleMania and do a title-for-title unification match? Why? Why is it that you had to have Big E rush his cash in on Lashley just to generate some interest because AEW was kicking your ass in the 18-49 demo? Why is it that you had to have Big E rush his cash in, book him like shit, put it on Lesnar, only to put it right back on the same guy that should have never even lost the title? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Is it really that hard to book shit like this correctly? It's not. You take a look at what Tony Khan did from day one. He had a 3-fucking-year plan for who was going to be the first 4 AEW World Champions. 4 champions scattered over the course of 3 years, and he booked that shit perfectly. Absolutely fucking perfectly, he booked that shit over the course of 3 years. Meanwhile, WWE, they don't even have a clear-cut plan as to what they're going to do with Lashley now. See that tweet from WrestleVotes? WrestleVotes is reporting that we are getting into the same exact shit that we're getting into last year. Drew McIntyre was the WWE champion. They didn't have any clue what they were going to do. It is fucking ridiculous. Now what are we looking at? Lashley's the WWE champion. Now what? You put it right back on the guy that should have never even lost the title to begin with. Who's he going to face? Styles? Rollins? Owens? Balor? They've given up on Balor. Edge? I don't know. Who the fuck is he going to face? How are they going to do this? Lesnar won the Rumble, and we'll get to that as well. And I actually have a better route that they could have gone with Lesnar getting to Roman if you weren't going to do title unification. But again, if you weren't going to do title unification, why did Big E lose the title to Lesnar? What was the point of having Lesnar hold the title for 4 weeks, drop it to Bobby Lashley in an underwhelming match? You really couldn't have found out another way to get Lesnar to a match with Roman Reigns? How about you have Big E retain the title, not put Lesnar in the match at all, and then you could have had Lesnar win the chamber? Or how about this? Considering people just get title opportunities out of thin fucking air, why not just announce Brock Lesnar as the number 1 contender? People get title opportunities for doing nothing. Liv Morgan got one. Seth Rollins got one. Kevin Owens got one. Dolph Ziggler got one. Sami Zayn got one. People get title opportunities for doing nothing. You couldn't have done it in this scenario? Logic completely goes over their fucking head, but why did Big E need to lose the title if Brock was not going to take it into Mania and have a title unification match with Roman? Why? All of this, everything that they did, Big E's cash-in looks like a waste of time. Big E's title reign looks like a waste of time. And Brock Lesnar winning the title all looks like a waste of time because it's right back on the same guy that Big E took it off of. Extremely disappointing match. And completely illogical booking over the course of the last 5 months, dude. Floor is yours. I needed to get that off my chest, dude. Holy shit. But the floor is yours.
I said it at the start of your show, bro. They signed their first deal with Disney. This is what to expect moving forward with this company. Oh man, where do I begin? First of all, bro, one of my favorite rappers came to this show just for this match. I saw he was sitting front row. His name is Westside Gun. He was a wrestling fan. I know he was disappointed himself because again, Lashley. This was one of the reasons why Lashley came back to the E to face Brock. He said that in multiple interviews. He even said in a recent interview that him and Brock was planning out something good for us. It wasn't going to be a typical big man type of match. The matches you mentioned before, like with Brock and Goldberg at WrestleMania 20, he last he said it that the match last night with Brock wasn't going to be like that. I don't know what happened. I guess they didn't want to give them the time to go. Like you mentioned, AJ and Shinsuke, they botched that. They botched this last night, and that's it. There's no more dream matches in WWE. Maybe Sasha and Trish. That's about it. Maybe, but there's no other dream matches in this company, and they fucked up last night on that. Um, like you said, they did Lashley dirty. Um, First of all, it was too early for Big E to become WWE champion. We've been talked about that, and they even
One
I,
more
I
time.
really would
Let's
I
hear it.
really would like to know what Lashley thought on that match last night. You know that didn't go the way he wanted it to go.
I would love to hear what Lashley had to say behind closed doors. I really would.
Even MVP wanted to see the match as much as we did too. Imagine how he must have felt. You know,
What a
even
joke.
Paul Heyman himself.
What a
I
joke.
don't I don't I don't know, bro. But this match was definitely a disappointment. This was the main reason why I wanted to watch this show was for this match. Everybody said it. Like we all agreed on something for once that this was a big match failed and they botched it. And I don't know. I did like the shoot German suplex part. I thought that was great. But other than that, Roman saved the match honestly because I like the ending. Ending was brilliant.
I don't know, dude. I really don't.
Um,
It really just goes to show you how lackluster the WWE has become and how terrible they book their shows. I honestly, again, this is the theme of the show. I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated. You
uh,
had this match being the one match that everyone was looking forward to, and you failed to deliver.
Granted, AEW isn't perfect. They have their own. I critique them when it's necessary. But at the end of the day, they get shit done right. If this was to happen in AEW, Tony Khan would have gave these two 30 minutes, if probably an hour. He loves wrestling as much as we do. So
There you go.
the, they botched this match, and like I said, when Sasha got eliminated, it just threw off my vibe for the rest of the show. Like that's all I have to say on this, bro.
So from there, we go into another disappointment, which was the mixed tag team match between Edge and Beth Phoenix versus the Miz and Maurice. Who gives a shit? Seriously, who gives a shit? I don't. You know what the best part about this match was? Maurice wore gear that had her ass on display.
That
That was
was
the best
nice.
part about. Yeah, that was the best part about this
Yeah,
match. Maurice is
yeah, that was
almost.
nice.
Yeah, she's gonna be 40 and she still has an ass, so good on her.
Bro,
Beth
Maurice is a
Phoenix.
milf. For if y'all don't know, she's the definition of a milf. I'm
Oh yeah,
just saying.
right down to the very last letter. Um, Beth Phoenix came out with her recent haircut, looking like a love child of Sarah Logan and Foghorn Leghorn. Seriously, what the fuck is that hairstyle? What is that hairstyle? I love Beth, but what is that hairstyle? What is it?
She think about this. She really left NXT. She left NXT for this.
She left NXT to look like Foghorn Leghorn and Sarah Logan had a baby. So
wait, shout out to Sarah Logan because she looked great as well last night. I
oh
just
yeah,
wanted to
she
say
looked
that.
great. She looked great, especially after having a kid.
Oh hell yeah, bro.
So
Shit.
Edge tagged in Beth. Maurice, she's fucking terrible. Beth didn't even look that good either, and that was on Maurice. I don't even blame Beth. Miz tried to save his wife. Beth got in Miz's face, and she picked him up like he was a child. Maurice hit Beth with a purse again. That got a 2 count. God, this was terrible. Like I said, best thing was that Maurice's ass was on display. We had a tag to Edge and Miz. Edge did his usual shtick. Beth took out Maurice. Edge with a elbow drop after Beth powerbombed the Miz for a 2. Maurice with a terrible looking Hurricane Rana. It looked like she was going to fucking kill herself. She hit a French kiss on Beth, and then Miz hit a skull-crushing finale. Edge kicked out. We had Edge watched as Beth hit a spear on Maurice. We had a double spear by Edge and Beth Phoenix on Miz, and then a double glam slam, and they win. I didn't give a shit, and no one gave a shit. This match should have never even happened. This match made the show worse. Don't understand why this didn't end at day 1. I don't understand why this even existed, period. Oh, wait a second. That's because Punk and MJF, they did their own shit on AEW, and WWE, like the dumb jock in class, had to copy the Chinese kid's homework. There you go. That was this match in a nutshell. Would you like to add anything, or would you like to move on to the 30-man Royal Rumble, which was also terrible?
Did we say how great Maurice looked?
Oh yeah. We already said that. She looked like a purebred MILF. She looks the exact same as she did in her Playboy photo shoot in 2006.
Yep. Look, Maurice always been a beautiful woman. Just want to say that. This was all Edge, bro. Edge is in control of his career at this point, especially creatively. He wanted to work with his wife, so that's why this happened. I'm kind of happy it happened last night instead of doing it at WrestleMania. Instead of them dragging this into WrestleMania, I should say, because you know they probably would have done that. Let's be real.
Miz is a loser. Maurice means nothing. Maurice should be at home. Miz should be retired already. He has surpassed his expiration date as a pro wrestler. He has not had any value since his match with Bryan.
Easily. And keep in mind that the Miz was WWE champion last year. 2021. I'm not talking about 2011. Days. I'm not talking about 2011. I'm talking about 2021.
For about 8 days. And he beat McIntyre. Yeah, man, I still feel bad for McIntyre after that. All those months as WWE champion, carrying the company through a pandemic, and you have him drop the title to the fucking Miz. Sad, dude.
Bro, how awesome was the 2020 Royal Rumble before the world went crazy? That Rumble was so fire, bro.
I thought the 2021 Royal Rumble was great.
Excuse me. Last year's was excellent as well.
Yeah, last year's was actually one of the best that they've ever done.
Yeah, especially the women's match. Loved it. Bianca and Rhea, that was perfect. Loved it. But they didn't do that this year.
Nope. No, instead we got I don't give a damn about my reputation. Instead we got to hear that shit music.
You know, I really want to know what women like Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair feel about Ronda coming back. Cause she has the Brock schedule now. You know, with people like Sasha and Bianca, they there full time. Liv Morgan.
terrible, man. It's absolutely
But
terrible.
I had no thoughts on this. Like I said, I didn't watch it. I did look up to see Maurice's ass. That's about it.
Yeah. Yeah. 30-man Royal Rumble match. And then we can finally get the fuck out of here because holy shit, this show sucked donkey cock. Number one was AJ Styles. AJ Styles was number one. Number two was Shinsuke Nakamura. So a little throwback to their feud in 2018, which, by the way, their WrestleMania match sucked. The only good match out of that feud was the match at Money in the Bank.
If
So
you
Pat
guys want to
Pat
see a real, if you guys want to see a real classic from those two, Wrestle Kingdom 10. You're welcome.
You know what was the best part about the show? Pat McAfee. Pat
Oh,
McAfee,
hey.
Pat McAfee was the best part about this show because while he was dancing on the desk, he goes, "We've been backstage for 3.5 hours. Things have been on fire, and Shinsuke Nakamura is coming out." That's what he said. Pat McAfee is a fucking gem. Without Pat McAfee, this show would have sucked. Even more so.
Hell, if Pat's doing this for fun, he's not in WWE right now for the money. He generally wants to do this for fun.
Pat McAfee, a guy that isn't even fucking wrestling, is one of the best things on the show.
And we're gonna talk about Bad Bunny, but Pat himself, he's not a bad wrestler, bro.
Oh no, Pat McAfee is very good.
Remember his match with Adam Cole?
He can go. Pat McAfee can go. If he wants to become a pro wrestler, I'd be down for it. He knows how to cut a promo.
Hell yeah. I love celebrities like this that actually respects the industry.
Yes.
I love it. I love to see it.
So, number 3 was Austin Theory. Number 4 was Robert Roode, which, by the way, Robert Roode, he's 40-something. He's 41, 42. He's in great shape. I would love to be in the shape that Robert Roode is in at 42.
Hell yeah.
So, Roode and Styles.
I wouldn't mind Finn Balor either.
yeah. Finn Balor. Is he 40?
He's 40 now, bro.
He looks like he's 30. Holy shit. So, we had a TNA chant breaking out with Roode and Styles squaring off. Styles eliminated Roode. Number 5 was Ridge Holland. He tossed around Theory. Styles eliminated Nakamura. Nakamura didn't even last 5 minutes. Number 6 ended up being Montez Ford. Ford was using his speed. Holland with a power slam. Number 7 was Damian Priest, a.k.a. Festus 2.0, because he gets all angry. Number 8 was Sami Zayn. Ford went after him. Pace was very slow. Number 9 was Johnny fucking Knoxville. My God, I fucking hate this celebrity edition in the Royal Rumble. Fucking stupid. The crowd actually popped for him, which was quite pathetic. So
I think he got the biggest pop in the match, no?
It was him or Bad Bunny or Shane McMahon, which is sad.
Yeah, Bad Bunny again, I have nothing against Bad Bunny. He respects the industry.
If Bad Bunny wants to become a wrestler, I wouldn't mind it. But holy shit, he's not even a part of the fucking company.
Bro, he was the MVP of this match. Let's be real. Let's be real. He was the MVP of this match.
Yes, absolutely. So, Knoxville got his fucking lights turned off by AJ Styles. Absolutely got knocked the fuck out. Montez Ford hit a big frog splash on Knoxville, which, again, destroyed him. Zayn with the haluva kick. Out goes Knoxville. 10 was Angelo Dawkins. 11 was the Black Great Khali, a.k.a. Omos. And Omos then eliminated the Street Profits. 12 was Ricochet. He tried to take out Omos. Did not work out well. Number 13 was Chad Gable. Oh, thank you. I'm really getting into that phrase that Chad Gable's saying. I love Chad Gable.
Chad Gable's awesome.
So Gable tried to get everyone together and trying to organize a plan. Priest was sent at Omos because he was the biggest one. Omos eliminated Priest, and they wonder why Damian Priest is not over in the way that they want him to be over. When you have Giant Gonzalez 2.0 eliminating him. But the rest of the field were able to eliminate Omos. Thank the Lord. We're not out of the woods yet, but thank fucking Christ he didn't win the Rumble.
Oh, hell, we not.
Dominic Mysterio, he was number 14. Number 15 was Crappy Corbin. You heard me correctly, people. Crappy Corbin.
Terrible.
Number 16 was Dolph Ziggler. Corbin then took out Dominic Mysterio. Styles then eliminated Austin Theory. Number 17 was Sheamus. Styles then eliminated Ridge Holland. Number 18 was Rick Boogs, looking like Freddie Mercury. Boogs tossed out Gable with a one-armed power slam. Very impressive. Number 19 was Mad Crap Moss. This match was fucking boring. 85% of these people are nothing but glorified enhancement talents. Literally. They're nothing but glorified enhancement talents.
You know, I remember... You remember the glory days, bro, of watching the Royal Rumble? There will be at least 10 to 15 legit people that you could think that could win. It was nothing like that last night. It was just a bunch of jobbers and nobodies, you know.
And people telling me that the 2012 Royal Rumble was bad. I actually prefer that Royal Rumble over this one. That Royal Rumble was actually semi-entertaining. You had Kofi Kingston standing on his feet to try and avoid elimination. You had, who else? You had some surprises in that Rumble. You had Mankind in the Royal Rumble. You had a great Final Two with Jericho and Sheamus. They had a great back and forth. 2012 Royal Rumble, the Royal Rumble match itself at that show was actually very good. Plus, you had Dolph Ziggler and CM Punk for the WWE title, which was also a very good match.
Classic. I remember that.
But, so... Mad Crap Moss eliminated AJ Styles. In suspenders, wearing suspenders, no shirt, and wearing dress shoes and knee-high socks. Mad Crap Moss eliminated AJ Styles. And people wonder why. People wonder why everyone is tuning out of the WWE product. When you have someone with a shit gimmick like that eliminating someone who realistically should have won the whole damn thing, and we'll talk about that, you wonder why people are not watching.
I said this about Sasha. I thought AJ should have been the Iron Man of this match.
He technically was. He technically was, but he should have won the whole thing. He should. So, fucking terrible spot right there. 20 was Matt Riddle. Corbin and Moss, they eliminated Boogs. 21 was Drew McIntyre. Surprised to see Drew back, but I'm happy that he's back. The happy folks were not happy. The crappy folks were actually quite crappy. They were in crappy moods because they were both eliminated, and then they were both destroyed by Drew McIntyre. 22 was Kevin Owens. Him and Drew went right at it. He had a pop-up powerbomb on Drew. 23 was Rey Mysterio. 24 was Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston, this was a really, really terrible looking spot right here. Owens shoved him off the top. They were trying to go for the crazy elimination avoidance spot. Kofi and the momentum that he had falling from the top actually caused him to hit the floor when he hit the barricade. And the ref saw, and he was eliminated.
Kofi almost knocked himself out.
Yeah, the spot was completely fucking botched. Should have never fucking happened. Spot should have never fucking happened. He could have shattered a rib.
He was real close to. And enough of this Kofi Royal Rumble spots. Like, it's played out now.
If he's not going to win the fucking Rumble, why do it?
And when it first happened, it was... I think it wasn't planned, you know? I think it happened organically.
2012 was the first one because he stood on his hands. And then the next year, he used a chair as a pogo stick. And then the next year, he leaped from the barricade all the way to the ring. After that, it just became cheesy. It's not worth it.
Now for the women, they ain't do it this year, but for the women, they kind of making Naomi the Kofi of the Rumble matches.
Yes.
Terrible.
So that was a complete botch. Shouldn't have even have happened. 25 was Otis. Crowd was dead, completely fucking dead. 26 was Big E. He had a big splash on Kevin Owens. 27 was Bad Bunny. He actually looked very good. Again, if he wanted to become a pro wrestler, I would not mind because he's actually very good at what he does. He had a nice crossbody on Sheamus, and then he hit a Bunny Destroyer on Matt Riddle, which looked amazing.
That was the best part of the night for me, bro. That shit, I was like, what?
Very, very good spot right there. Bunny then eliminated Sheamus. We had a 619 on Ziggler. Bunny then eliminated Ziggler. We had a stunner by Owens. 28 ended up being Shane O'Mac. Ray was eliminated. Shane went after Owens. Shane eliminated Owens. Fucking joke. Shane eliminates Kevin Owens. If not Styles, why not Owens? I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. 29 ended up being Randy Orton, the hometown guy. He had an RKO to Big E. Big E was gone like trash. We had an RKO to Otis. Then Otis, he was on the ground. Riddle launched himself off of Otis into an RKO on Drew McIntyre. Fantastic spot right there. Or our RK Bro was feeling it. Otis was gone. Number 30, Brock Lesnar. As if we did not see that coming.
Wait, first of all,
green.
Booker T is a fucking clown because he spoiled the men's Rumble winner during the pre-show. So I know that Brock was winning, bro. Soon as Booker T said that shit, I don't know if you watched the pre-show or not, but
I did. I didn't catch it though. What did he say?
No, he basically spoiled the winner. He said Brock was going to come out at number 30 or something along those lines, that he was going to lose to Lashley and be in this match. Booker T, bro.
I don't get it. I don't fucking get it.
And he actually has he actually has people who listen to his shitty ass podcast.
See, those aren't listeners. You know what I call those people? Retards. You're retards. Yeah. If you look up retard in the dictionary, you will see pictures of the people that listen to Booker T's shit podcast. Of course, it's not either of us because we're the smartest men in the community. Let's be real here.
Oh, hell yeah.
Let's be real here. So, Brock Lesnar coming out at number 30. To nobody's surprise, Lesnar just unleashed fury. Goodbye, Orton. F5 to Bad Bunny. Goodbye, Bunny. Goodbye, Riddle. Goodbye, Shane. Brock and Drew came down to the final two. Drew missed the Claymore. F5 over the top, and Lesnar wins the Royal Rumble. Crowd really did not give a shit. And again, this just goes hand in hand with what I've been saying. WWE refuses to create new stars, and they will die on the same hill, pushing the same people in the same positions until these people are either dead or they are crippled and they can't walk. And it's sad. It really is sad. I don't understand why everyone would try and justify this all because, you need to sell tickets. First off, WWE can easily build up new individuals to be on the level of a Brock Lesnar or a Ronda Rousey. And then on top of that, they don't need to win the Rumble. They don't need to be in world title matches. Ronda and Brock could be put on the fucking pre-show and the place would still draw. All you need to do is put them on the fucking graphic and give them a match at WrestleMania and they'll draw. Why do you need to put them in a spot in which realistically that should be reserved for young up-and-coming talent? If you wanted to do this, here's the thing. If you wanted to do this and you wanted to get Lesnar to Roman and Lesnar is not the WWE champion, this is what you could have done. Why not have Lesnar beat Lashley and Lesnar loses the title inside of the Elimination Chamber? Lesnar loses the title inside of the chamber. To whom? I don't know. Rollins, Balor, Owens. Owens would be my choice. I don't think Owens goes to those events, but I would do Owens. I would have Owens win the title from Lesnar in the chamber. You can throw in whoever you want in there. Styles would have won the Rumble. WrestleMania, we get Owens and Styles, WWE Championship. Perfect WWE title match right there. Lesnar gets pissed and he enters the SmackDown chamber. He takes out someone in the SmackDown chamber, and then we have Lesnar winning the SmackDown chamber and going to WrestleMania to fight Roman Reigns. That would have been a much better route to go. And then you could have salvaged the partnership with Heyman and Lesnar and had Heyman turn on Lesnar at WrestleMania rather than the Rumble. It would have made for a bigger moment. It would have made for a bigger pop. It would have made for a better overall angle. Things would have worked out a hell of a lot better if you went that route, as opposed to having Lesnar win the Rumble. It was overly predictable, it was formulaic, and it was one of the most frustrating Royal Rumbles that I've ever watched. And it's quite fucking sad. People want something new, and people want something different. You don't think that more people are going to catch on to this? You don't think that more people are going to understand what's going on? You don't think that more people are going to realize that WWE is just not the place to be anymore? They shouldn't be watching it because every single time they have the chance to create new stars, they fuck it up. They fuck it up. They push the same people over and over and over and over again. And at the end of the day, this is WWE once again shooting themselves in the foot. They refuse to create new stars. They refuse to generate interest. They refuse to book a show for the fans. They refuse to do anything that even remotely resembles something right. They refuse to do anything that remotely resembles booking the show centered around what the fans desire. And then people want to come up with these lame fucking excuses. There is no excuse. There's no excuse. Do not give me the excuse of, oh, they have to sell out tickets. No, they don't. They don't need to put these big names in world title matches in order to sell tickets. Just put them on the fucking show. Give someone else, someone who's been there full time, someone that deserves a world fucking title opportunity. Now we got the stereotypical, predictable Roman and Lesnar match. And you know what else? How many fucking people have won more than one Rumble now? It's not even special anymore. It's not even special. Hulk Hogan, Shawn Michaels, Randy Orton, John Cena, Triple H, Batista, and Brock Lesnar, and Edge. All these fucking people already won more than one Rumble. Stone Cold, it's not special anymore. It's not even
Stone
special.
Cold. Stone Cold is in his own category. He's the only person that's won it 3 times.
Yeah, I know, but at the end of the day, he's won it more than once. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
It's not even special anymore. It's not even special. It's just become so frustrating. And again, I really wish, I wish I could just give this up sometimes. I really wish I could just stop doing this. What a terrible, terrible fucking show. One of the worst, the top 3 worst Royal Rumbles in history. And dude, I am not interested in anything that WWE has nothing going for it. Even Roman Reigns has become stagnant because of the shit booking that WWE has done with him in recent months, especially considering that they have no competition for Roman Reigns. After Lesnar and Drew McIntyre, there's nobody else. Once Roman beats Goldberg, Lesnar, and Drew, that's it. That's it. There is nobody else. There's nobody else, and we're pretty much waiting until the... You may as well just have Roman not even defend the title after he beats all of those 3 men and just wait until The Rock comes back. Nobody left. Terrible, terrible fucking show. And I wish I could get back those 4 hours that I spent last night on Peacock. Final words before we sign off.
Again, I didn't really watch the men's Rumbles match. Again, after Sasha got eliminated, I'm gonna keep saying this. After Sasha got eliminated, I didn't really care about the rest of the show. I didn't watch Becky and Donut. I did not watch the mixed tag.
Wait, did you just say donut?
Yeah. I did. Lashley and Brock, that was the disappointment. And Honestly, bro, I was just on my phone chilling. I put the show on mute and I was just blasting music. I didn't really care about the show because I am not a fan of Brock winning the Rumble at all. Again, I still feel it should have been AJ. If not AJ, Kevin Owens, like you said. There was realistically nobody else that you could pick. Can't say Matt Riddle because they not pushing Matt Riddle to where we want them to push him. And I said it at the beginning of your show. This is the start of the Disney era. They signed their first deal with Disney. It's just gonna get worse from here. And look, I said this about AEW. They have their own problems at times, but at the end of the day, they consistent. They giving us shit that we want to see. Granted, granted, Dynamite on most weeks, it's it's not the greatest wrestling that we've seen, but it's still
Oh no, it's
tolerable to
solid.
watch.
It's solid.
It's solid. Every week we get a solid episode with good shit. Granted, you might not like everything on that 2 hours that Tony Khan puts on, but at the end of the day, AEW exists for a reason. We need them to succeed. We need all these promotions to succeed because WWE isn't where it's at no more. And last night, if you seen this show last night and you don't see the problems they have, something's wrong with you. Look at both Royal Rumble matches and look who was in it. Again, I said this about the women. A bunch of people who was only there for the payday. They didn't really care about nothing else. Taking spots off from people who should have been in these matches. Again, we mentioned NXT multiple times. It should have been some type of NXT
No Braun
representation.
Breaker, no Walter or Gunther, no, none of them. No Tony D'Angelo, no Carmelo Hayes, no Grayson Waller, nothing. No LA Knight, no Tommaso Ciampa, no Pete Dunne, nothing.
And
Terrible.
Finn Balor wasn't even in the Rumble match.
Good
You
on
know,
him.
just
I'm glad he missed it because he's not worth their time.
yeah, he dodged a bullet, bro. And you know he's getting released this year.
I
At,
hope
at
he
some
does.
point,
I hope he does. Go straight to AEW. Give me a match with Omega. Give me a match with Paige. Give me a match with Punk. Give me a match with Cole. Give me a match with Danielson. Give me a match with Jericho. Give me a match with anyone. Gladly. Goodbye. Give me a match with anyone.
I want to see another Prince Devitt and
Prince
Okada
Devitt.
match. That's just me. um, well, what more can I say, bro? This was one of the worst rumbles. This was one of the worst rumbles since 2015. Like you can't really argue that.
Hands
It,
down. Hands down.
la-
Absolutely terrible.
Last year's was great. 2020 was a banger, and
I actually
let's admit,
preferred last year's over 2020 because like
yeah,
last year's didn't really have any flaws. Last year's
no,
didn't really have any flaws. 2020 was good, but it had Lacey Evans and Bailey, and then Charlotte won the Rumble. So I can't really get behind that. But last year's was actually probably the best Royal Rumble since, I don't know, maybe 2011? Maybe 2011? Maybe because 2011, that was the only time where they had a 40-man Royal Rumble. That was actually a
yeah,
very good Royal Rumble. I'm not going to lie. It was actually a very good Royal Rumble. Booker T returned there. Kevin Nash returned there. We had a lot of interesting material in that Rumble, I gotta say. Really good stuff. But I think that I really do think that they gotta do something, but will they? No. No.
and I guarantee that Omos is going to win the chamber because Omos is in their plans.
No,
They
shut
they
up. Do not speak that into existence. Shut the fuck up. Do not speak that into existence. If he does, I will curse you out. I swear to God, dude.
it's just what's in the reports.
So
I'm not
I'm sorry. Continue.
Yeah, I'm not excited about WrestleMania this year, bro. I'm not. They especially after what they did to Sasha Banks. She's 0-6. You feel me? I thought this year would have been, the year that she would have caught the W, but it's not looking like that. And before we end, I just want to say that a lot of you people are retarded for wanting a Charlotte and Lita match at WrestleMania. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all people, bro?
But
Is that
God forbid we get that. You know what would be even worse? I swear to God, if Omos wins the Chamber and we have to go into WrestleMania and the last thing that we see in the WWE title match is, wow! I swear to God, dude. I swear to God. That's the last thing we need. Wow! That's all we need. That's all we need from Omos.
mind you, Lita didn't look good last night. So why
That was
would
because
y'all
of Charlotte. That was because of Charlotte.
why would y'all want to see?
Fuck Charlotte Flair. Fuck Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, Charlotte had no business to be in a fucking match where she's a freaking champion already. That is.
I hate this company, dude. I fucking hate this company, but I think we've wasted enough of our time. We wasted almost 2 hours of our time talking about this horseshit show. Ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up this edition of The Rewind for the Royal Rumble 2022. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it, every single one of you. We have a busy, busy, busy month of February ahead of us, and hopefully we do not have any more issues technological-wise. But thank you all. I greatly appreciate everyone stopping by. I greatly appreciate you, Indigo, for stopping by and reviewing the Rumble with me. Hopefully, I'd like to have you back on the channel sooner rather than later. One last time, where can we find you on social media?
Find me on Instagram at Indigo Uchiha. I'm also on Facebook, same name. My channel, Indigo Uchiha. Definitely subscribe. Check me out, man. I did my own Rumble review. I didn't hold back. I shitted on them like I did today with DJ. And again, my channel is diverse. So if you guys want to hear my thoughts on other promotions such as GCW, Stardom, New Japan, I got y'all.
I just hope that it's diverse enough for Big Swole, like I said. But nevertheless, thank you all. Thank you all for tuning in. Be sure to follow me on social media. Check out all the links in the description. I will be appearing on Jofo in the Ring's YouTube channel in a couple of weeks. He is currently going to set that up sooner rather than later. We got the LFU coming on Saturday, as per usual. We're going to kick ass and take names there like we usually do. And I hope everyone has a great Sunday. Relax. We got a egregious Monday Night Raw coming to us tomorrow with I don't give a damn of a reputation choosing her opponent. Nevertheless, he's Indigo. I'm DJ Storms. This has been The Rewind, and we will catch you later. Peace out, and fuck WWE.